Howdy friends, it's JD, aka Josey Wales here. Um, Many of you no doubt have noticed as of late, the only thing I've been posting on my Facebook is memes inviting you to join me at SU. And many of you have accepted my invitation, and I'm grateful to you for signing up under my link. I appreciate it. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert at SU. I'm not. I've only been on it for 4 or 5 days, I guess, myself. But my experience so far has been this is easy as shit. I do the exact same things I do on Facebook. However, I'm much more methodical about it. I'm consciously aware of how I'm doing the same shit. I've been getting a lot of questions from some of you who have signed up under me about how this whole thing works. So I'm just going to try to walk you through the steps that I've personally been taking, and hopefully it clears up any questions and confusion you might have. All right, first things first here. Get a cigarette. Oh, it's cold, rainy out here. Crappy November morning in Virginia. All right, then the number one question that I've been getting, or complaint, I don't know, is I'm not making any money, JD. All right, the first thing I want to address about this is I don't know if any of us, including myself, are going to get rich on Sue. Hell, I even have my doubts about that. It's just really not the point. Um, the point is, this site is willing to pay you to do what you already do on other sites, and for me, that's just incentive. It's actually kind of exciting, really. Who knows where this type of thinking will lead in the future? Maybe other sites will pop up with greater potentials, or maybe as Sue evolves, other opportunities will spring up from this basic concept. I don't know, and at this point, I'm not really concerned about it. And I just know that I've spent years on Facebook trying desperately to educate people, to reach some sort of audience, find like-minded friends who are as committed as I am in waking up the masses. And in this process, I have no doubt I've had some success at that. But I also know during this process, I'll be a small part of the overall profits of Facebook. I've been an actual part in building a network on Facebook for Facebook. I mean, what do I have to show for years of spending my time on Facebook? So let's get the whole get rich quick mentality behind us and just be excited as I am, that Sue recognizes that without us, the actual content creators, there is no network. All right. Having said that, the question still remains, well, I signed up 2 or 3 days ago, Josey, and I still don't even have a penny in my bank. Well, here's where the methodology comes in. Be aware that while you're doing the same thing as you do on Facebook, there's certain nuances that we're just not accustomed to following or noticing. For instance, making friends. You make friends on Sue the basically exact same way you do on Facebook. On the left side of your screen there, you'll see, I think it's called Discover Users. You click on that, find some friends. It's pretty easy. Or you can just, click on your feed, scroll down your wall, and I'm sure you'll see posts that interest you. Visit the profile of some of the posters that interest you. Follow them or friend request them. Another thing you can do is visit the profile page of the person who actually invited you to Sue. Scroll down their wall, look for likes and comments from other users on those posts, and chances are they're the kind of people that you're looking to friend anyway. Friend them. Okay, give me a second here. There you are, honey. I thought I lost you forever. I'll never let that happen again. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's a couple of really easy ways to get friends, just like you do on Facebook. It's not that difficult. Shoes. Now, Um, but doing these things, that's not really necessarily building your own personal network. And from what I've been seeing, that's how you actually make money at this, creating your own network. So to build your own personal network, which Sue calls your children, what you need to do is some active recruiting. And this is not difficult at all. Don't get all freaked out and think you have to become a salesman overnight. It's nothing like that. It's very simple. There's all sorts of ways you can do it. You can send private messages to your Facebook friends, email people, just talking about it in threads you're in these stupid groups on Facebook, whatever. Talk to your family, all kinds of easy ways. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you how I've been doing it, because it's been working pretty good for me. I see no reason why it shouldn't work for you as well. All right. So I found a whole bunch of memes, and I've made a whole bunch of them as well. You can make your own. Feel free, please. Use mine. I've created a page on my WordPress site for the ones that I've collected so far, and you're more than welcome to take them. Use them. I'll provide a link for that at the bottom of the video here. But you'll notice that I did not include my link within the pictures themselves, because I actually want you to take these and use them to build your own networks. If you're one of my children, all the children you recruit become my grandchildren. It only helps me if you help yourself, and that'll continue on down the line. Any of your children, they should recruit their own children. It helps you. So yeah, take my pictures, use them, whatever. I don't give a shit. That's the key. In 4 days that I've been on Sue, I recruited over 60 children. That's great. It's fantastic. However, it seems to be where my stuck point is. It doesn't seem like many of my children are recruiting their own children to give me some grandchildren. So that's the thing, is you want to get your own children and keep them encouraged to getting their own children, and so on and so on. It grows the network. But you can, go down my Facebook wall, pick one or as many of the ones that I've already posted that you like, click share. If you don't want to download them to your own system, just click share. But before you hit send, edit the link. Include your own Sue short code. Don't keep mine on there. Include your own short code. And now when your Facebook friends see that meme on your wall, they're going to sign up under your name and become your children. So that, it's pretty simple. But like I said, it's the same shit you always do anyway. You're just sharing information. You're just being a little bit more methodical about it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm cold, guys. It's chilly out here this morning. Now, like I said, in 4 days, I've gotten over 60 children just using memes on my Facebook wall. It's very simple. Once an hour or so, I'll post a new one with my short code to Sue, and people keep signing up under me. But that's where many of them have been stopping. At that point, or they've just been finding friends on Sue, which is a good thing. Find friends. That's cool, man. But kind of missing the idea of building a network. You want to get people to sign up under your short code. All right. Anyway, I hope that clears that up. It's really not that difficult. Once you get going on it, it's relatively simple. You've already signed up under me, then you're already my child. Now go get your own children, and that just gives me grandchildren. And encourage your children to do the same thing. It's pretty simple shit. All right. Now, Sue has certain rules, which in my opinion are pretty good. They're not a bad thing. They will not tolerate spam. They'll boot you in a heartbeat. And I'll address that in a bit, what actually constitutes as spam. Some important things to remember is you can only post and share a certain amount within a 24-hour period. And this is not as horrible as it might sound or as you might think. It's actually good. You can post, meaning posting your own content, just like you do on Facebook, picture, status, video, whatever, article, whatever. You can only do that 24 times within a 24-hour period. All right. So, I tend to post one thing to my wall every hour or so. I mean, I'm not up 24 hours straight every single day, are you? No. So 1 hour and you're safe. You're not going to go over that 24 limit. And since I've got a ton of information on my WordPress site, right now I'm pretty much just posting from that. Once an hour I'll post a link from my WordPress site. And last 2 days or so I've been trying to keep it theme based, but that's not really important. Just keep in mind you can post 24 posts within a 24-hour period. All right. And in addition to that, you can sorry, I lost track here. In addition to the 24 posts from you, you can also share 8 posts a day from other users. And again, I like this. It causes us to think and be aware of posting quality information. We're not just posting for the sake of posting, sharing for the sake of sharing. It keeps spam type behavior down. I'm enjoying that. All right, so to sum this up, you can post 36 times a day, 24 posts of whatever the hell you want to post, and along with 8 shares from other users. Cool enough. And take advantage of that, sharing the 8 from other users. Try to share from people within your network or people that are on your friends list. It helps get their name out as well as yours. It gives you exposure. Okay. Now, another thing that helps to give you some exposure, and it'll gain you some followers and friends, is simply just liking other people's posts and commenting on their posts, that the ones that interest you. Their friends begin to notice your name and they want to follow, friend, and talk with you. Now you can comment as much as you want, I believe. I don't think there's a limit on actually commenting, but you can only like 1,000 times a day. I don't know about y'all, but 1,000, that seems like a pretty big enough number. I can live with that. I mean, does anybody really like 1,000 posts in a day? I don't know, but definitely do like posts. It's important to do that. This, it gets people to notice your name, and they'll want to like your posts and your comments. They'll want to share your information, and they'll want to be your friends, and it'll draw traffic to your wall. All right, now let's address this spam thing. It's such a subjective term throughout the internet, but there's some things that are just obvious. For instance, the 24-hour posts a day limit, that actually it automatically addresses the most obvious. Those of you who followed me know me on Facebook for a long time, or even for a short while. You know that sometimes I'll go on these meme bombs. And believe me, I'm well aware that it's spamming, and I do it intentionally. I'll blast the shit out of my wall for hours on end, regarding a particular topic. But you can't do that on Sue. They consider that spam, and they will, they automatically cut you off. If you've gone to your 24 posts in a day, you just can't post again. So it's an automatic fix for that. Another thing that you can't do on Sue, and they consider it spam, is it's called friend or follow begging. Sue supports hashtags, and I'm going to deal with that with appropriate uses and productive ways to use them here in a minute. But you don't want to use them as a way to beg for followers. For example, you don't want to comment on someone's post with hashtag follow me or hashtag friend me. Sue will boot your ass for that shit. So don't do it. I mean, just don't do it. There's plenty of easy, productive ways to get followers and friends without doing that shit. So don't do it. And they'll boot your ass. All right. But hashtags are very useful. People who are interested in a particular subject, they can easily find others who share that interest. For example, if you post a video regarding Monsanto, all right, you can use the hashtags in your post: hashtag Monsanto, hashtag population control, hashtag New World Order, hashtag GMO, etc., etc. And people who like your post, the actual post, they see these hashtags and they'll click on these, okay? And by doing that, they're going to find other posts that are related to that particular hashtag, and even just as importantly, if not more importantly, they're going to find other users that can be their friends that are interested in that same particular topic. Now, keep in mind, you can only use 10 hashtags per post. I normally only use 3 or 4. I think the most I've probably used is 6, but the limit's 10. So just be aware of that. It's not really that big of a deal. And make sure your hashtags are appropriate to the post. Again, you don't want to do this hashtag follow me shit. All right. All right. And here's another thing I want to address before I forget about it, because it's actually kind of important. You might not think so, but it is. You can only follow 1,000 members. All right. You can friend 5,000 members. All right. And it's important that you use these features wisely. There's no limit to the number of people that can follow you, but you can only follow 1,000. All right, so you're probably asking, well, why is this important? All right, well, you definitely want to friend your children and even their children. You want them to be your friends. All right. And when you friend someone, you're automatically following them. So do not waste your follows on your friends. All right. So you want to make sure that, on your profile page, you check there's a little thing up there that says friends. Check that often and make sure that you don't have friend and follow for the same person. Uncheck the follow if they're already your friend, because you're automatically following them. There's no sense in wasting that follow. Okay. And here's another thing that might not seem important to some of y'all, and I've noticed that a lot of my children, they haven't taken 3 minutes to do this, but it's actually pretty important. Make sure you got a profile picture, guys, and a banner for your page. And god damn, it takes 10 seconds to do this. If you don't take the time to even put up a profile picture, you're only appearing like you're not worth engaging. People don't want to waste their time finding you if you look like you don't want to be found. So just take a few minutes and upload your profile pic, an appropriate banner that gives people a quick impression of who you are, get them interested in you, and fill out your profile as completely as you can on that profile page. It's not that difficult. Add your website, if you have one, because right there on your banner, there's a link for your website. People click on that shit. All right. Add your YouTube channel if you got one. All right, that's pretty much it. I know this has been pretty basic and simple, but that's really all I've got right now. And seriously, folks, this isn't rocket science. It's pretty easy. You're basically doing the same exact shit you've been doing on Facebook for years, but now you're possibly a little bit more disciplined, certainly more aware of why you're doing what you're doing. You're just basically creating a network of friends and getting them excited about creating their own network of friends. You're still sharing, important information or what you had for dinner. I mean, none of that has changed, but now, you can actually earn a few pennies for doing that. Just have fun with this, man. If you have any questions, hit me up. If I can answer them, I will. But at this point, I'm certain if I can't answer them, I can find somebody who can answer the questions you got. And until next time, have a great day. Stay dry and warm. Peace.